Most people think they need more motivation, more energy, more discipline, something to push them forward. So they wait for it. They wait to feel ready. They wait to feel focused. They wait for that moment where everything just clicks. And sometimes it does. You feel motivated. You wake up with energy. You decide, this is the day I finally start. You make a plan. You take action. You feel good about it. You feel like things are finally changing. And for a little while, they are. But then something shifts. Your energy drops. Life gets busy. Your attention gets pulled in different directions. And that feeling and that clarity, that momentum, starts to fade. You miss a day, then another. And before you know it, you're back where you started. And that's the frustrating part. Because it's not like you didn't try. You did. You showed up. You put in effort. But it didn't last. So, naturally, you start to question yourself. Why can't I stay consistent? Why do I keep falling off? Why does this keep happening? And most people land on the same answer. I just need more discipline. I need to be stronger. I need to try harder next time. But that's not the problem. The problem isn't motivation, it's direction. Motivation feels powerful, but it's temporary. It comes and goes. It depends on how you feel. Some days you have it, some days you don't. And if your progress depends on motivation, your progress becomes inconsistent. You move forward when you feel good, and you stop when you don't. And over time, that creates a pattern. Start, stop, start again, stop again. And that cycle is exhausting. Not because you're doing too much, but because nothing is sticking, nothing is building. And that's where direction comes in. Because without direction, you don't really know what matters. Everything feels important. Everything feels urgent. Everything feels like something you should be doing. So your attention gets pulled in different directions. You start something, then question it. You switch paths before anything has time to work. You second-guess your decisions before they've had time to play out. And slowly, you lose trust in yourself. Not because you're incapable, but because nothing feels clear. Direction changes that. Because when you're clear on where you're going, you don't need to rely on how you feel. You don't wake up and ask, do I feel motivated today? You already know what matters. You already know where your energy should go. And that changes everything. Direction simplifies things. It makes decisions easier. It removes a lot of the noise that normally fills your day. It gives your time a purpose. It gives your effort somewhere to go. And when you have that, you stop overthinking everything. You stop questioning every step. You stop looking for the perfect moment. You just move. Not perfectly, not all at once, but consistently. So instead of asking, how do I stay motivated? Ask something better. What actually matters right now? Not everything, not long term, not your entire life, just right now. And then ask, what's one step I can take in that direction? Not 10 steps, not a full plan, just one, because that's where things start to change, not in big dramatic shifts, but in small, clear movements, repeated over time. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need perfect clarity. You just need enough direction and to take the next step. And once you take that step, things start to feel different. You feel less scattered, less overwhelmed, more focused, more intentional. And over time, that builds something. Not just progress, but confidence. Because now you're not guessing anymore. You're moving with purpose. And once that happens, consistency becomes easier. Not because you're forcing it, but because it makes sense. Because now you're not relying on motivation. You're relying on direction. And that's what changes everything. You're not stuck because you lack motivation. You're stuck because you've been moving without a clear direction. And once that becomes clear, everything starts to feel different. If you're trying to get clear and actually move forward, that's exactly what we're building inside InspireU. You can check it out below.